Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that motor that arrived. Getting ready to put it in a new shell, and we'll see how this goes. Now, I went through my parts box. This one was missing the nut for the brush plate. So I went through my parts and pulled one out. And a good tip to know, that if you have a magnetic screwdriver, you just pull the bit out and these screwdrivers fit these nuts like they were made for it. Absolutely perfect fit. Okay, so hold another 490 shell out. Now you see these are virtually identical. This one was for a micro motor. This is actually the early shell that you could put a micro motor in because it uses screws. The later 490 shells did the same thing, but rather than having a screw hole, there's a slot for a snap-in front mount for the micro motor. So anyway, just drop this into this shell, and we have a new locomotive. Let me grab some screws here. Get this mounted, and we'll put it on the rail and see how it runs. All right, one screw in that side. One screw in this side. All right, so far so good. Let me pull the camera off the tripod, and this is the result. Oh, gotta turn the power up. Okay, let's see how this goes. Uh-oh. I think this screw is too long. Back that off and see if that's what the problem is. Yep, that's what the problem was. All right, $6 and we have a new running Marx 490. Let me get this tripod out of the way. We'll grab this locomotive. I've got a tin litho consist here. All right, 490 is on the rail. Let's see how this goes. As you see, that was definitely worth the $6. There's no doubt about that. Now, when I buy these things, I expect to use them for parts. Like I said, about 95% of the time, unless they're just absolutely trash, you can get these things running. Sometimes you have to bypass the E-unit. Sometimes I just strictly use them for parts. But in this case, the only thing this thing needed was a nut on the brush plate and a couple of drops of oil and a light bulb, of course. But this is running really, really well. Forward and reverse, as you see. So, I gotta say it, don't overlook the junk. $6 on eBay. Made the guy an offer and he accepted it. Now, as you saw, when I took this thing out of the box, it was just junk. The average person would have thrown it away. But if you can look past the locomotive and actually look at the parts, even if this motor didn't run, it was worth $6. Just for the parts. 4 wheels, the push rods, the E-unit, the brushes, the springs, the contactor. This is running really, really well. So no problems with it at all, as you see. So I'll go ahead and probably run this the rest of the night. Put it through its paces. I need to oil the wheel bearings and do some general maintenance and cleanup on it. But as you see, it doesn't require anything as far as getting the motor running. It's running just absolutely perfectly. And it's pulling 10 cars with no problem at all. So, like I said, if you want to do this on a shoestring, if you don't want to spend a lot of money to get into model railroading, this is the way to do it. You can buy some real junk on eBay. And just because it's junk when you get it, doesn't mean it's going to be junk when you're finished with it. As you see, this is running absolutely splendidly. I don't think anyone would object to owning this locomotive. And it was $6. Really difficult to beat that. Anyway, just a quick follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.